Toby, congratulations, a win and an emphatic one, a much needed one as well. There's, I'm sure, a lot of emotions off the back of that game.
Yeah, obviously very pleasing. We came into this game knowing the situation we were in, and we actually were happy to put ourselves under a bit of pressure to know that we needed a performance out there. So yeah, obviously when you come out of those sort of talks before a game and come out and bowl a side out for 60 to sort of set the tone, that's obviously particularly pleasing. And then the way we sort of scrapped thereafter, kind of managed that game as well in the third innings, I think pretty well. When credit to them, they dug in. You always know there's going to be a bit of fight back and everything like that. And yeah, obviously then clinical and ruthless at the end to round things off. So it's very pleasing.
Word for Ethan Bamber, 9 for. How do you describe Bamber as a bowler? I mean, he's not the quickest, he's not the tallest, but my goodness me, his average and his record's incredible.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and all energy, plenty of heart in it as well with the skill to match. I think there'll be some lazy points made that was a pitch that's perfectly suited for him. I don't think that's the case. I think he's just out-bowled everyone else on it, to be honest with you.
And he said he bowled better in the Surrey match than he did here.
Yeah, and again, maybe that's sort of a bit of his false modesty coming through, because I think he was outstanding in that first innings and throughout. Really, he was always the go-to guy to try and make a breakthrough and to try and make sure he was always at the sort of focal point of the attack. So yeah, credit to him, because he's had a few games where he's bowled nicely, not got his rewards, some others where he probably doesn't feel like he's produced his best. So yeah, credit to him for finding the right sort of approach, mentality, sticking with it, and coming and making, I guess, such a defining performance is what we're after as a team. To have guys that stand out as well as being consistent, and us playing as a team, we want guys who stick their head up and are prepared to sort of put in match-winning performances, and he's certainly done that.
You see some great highs over 12, 13 seasons now. That really felt like a Middlesex of old performance.
Yeah, it was. I think that some of the pleasing things, and I guess we alluded to it a little bit up there in the dressing room, is sort of when you really feel like you put your personality on the game and sort of it defines a winning performance. I think that's when it feels particularly pleasing. So yeah, I think that certainly came out of that. The likes of Jack Davies coming in, playing in that first innings, didn't, maybe not the most noteworthy on a scorecard, but I think the way that he managed to sort of absorb a little bit of that pressure allowed Ryan and Josh then to sort of play that counter-attacking role. Those are all the things that we speak about of, like you said, sort of in the ethos, how we want to play our cricket, being smart and also aggressive at the right times. And I think we sort of found that balance pretty well throughout the whole game with bat and ball, and deserved to come out on top like we did.
It's not the first time we've seen something like that from Jack Davies either. I remember down at Canterbury when Robbie White hit 99 in a tough innings. He batted out there for a long period of time, which helped the other end. But a word for Ryan Higgins as well. Wickets once more. He came into the match leading wicket taker, leading run scorer. Wickets and runs again for him. He's a huge part of this side now.
Yeah, he is, and he offers such a great balance for us with the ball there. Being able to sort of use him as we did there, leading up in that second innings to the new ball, but also knowing that when he bowls like that, he's as good as anyone to take it, is a phenomenal asset to have. So he sort of really offers you a little bit of everything, control, and then I think with the bat, certainly the maturity I think that he's showing in sort of every situation, plays aggressively but always feels like it's within that sort of controlled and sort of calculated manner, and he's playing as well as anyone with the bat at the moment, and it's been obviously a huge source for us, and we probably haven't as a team been able to incorporate his performances into a win as much as we'd have liked. So yeah, his sort of performances and his consistency hopefully will sort of with the other guys driving around him will really be key coming home.
In these last 3 games, Northamptonshire and Surrey at home, Warwickshire away, if someone had said to you at the start a win and 8 points for the draw with the scores level, Middlesex probably would have taken that, because you're looking at the top of the table defending champions, Warwickshire, who have got a game in hand gunning for the title, and you're away to them as well. So actually you'd have taken, I'm sure, the win and 24 points for the results plus the bonus points. The fact that the win also came at Edgbaston, at Warwickshire as well, must be mightily pleasing.
It is pleasing, and I think obviously the way that our season naturally finishes, obviously we're going to be on the road quite a bit, so I think it's important to put in those performances when you are sort of at various different grounds and finding ways to be effective there. So that's obviously pleasing. I think in two of those 3 games you mentioned, we played something close to cricket that we want to, or certainly towards it, and then I think the Surrey game at home, sort of understandably pretty disappointed with the way that we sort of generally went about our business over the course of that 4 days. Didn't quite sort of have our best stuff there against a good side, but still I don't think we gave our best side. So yeah, obviously some pleasing form. This week in particular, I think when you come to the end of these blocks, and you feel like you need a result, it does add pressure. And you know, I said to the guys up there that that's what pleased me most this week, is the understanding of that, being able to deal with that, you know, internally, to be able to find the right sort of, you know, tempo and the right sort of approach to the game to be able to produce our best when we needed it most. I think that serves us really well moving forward.